Hello guys, today we are going to be doing a review of my favorite markers, so let's get started. This is going to be a mix of my pretty good favorite markers, and I am going to try and do a buff test. I don't have actual buffing solution, but I'm going to just do it with some cleaning solution and maybe some bleach, and we'll try that later. So my first favorite type of markers are homemade markers. So this one is made out of a shoe polish mop, like the most basic one. I kind of messed it up because I'd use it on some hard surfaces. I maybe should put cloth around it to make it a little more sturdy, but yeah. And then if you're wondering what this is like believe a Vietnam glue stick. It's a liquid glue stick. This one's nice. It's really drippy. I did put here, let me grab the ink I filled it with. I filled it with Hard to Buff on the Run ink. This is pretty good stuff. I haven't actually seen it if it's pretty hard to buff, so I'm gonna go check it out where I did, but not today because it's dark. But yes, this is pretty good, and if you do make one of these, you can find them on Amazon. Just use the the picture thing here. I'll show you. But you can pause it to look at it. But this is pretty good. But yes, pro tip though, if you do make this, you gotta keep it up straight, because if you go like this, how it's supposed to be stored, it's gonna leak all over inside the cap. So you want to leave it like this. It was pretty easy to fill it. You just gotta move this, take the cap part off. So yes, those are my favorite ones. And then for a mop that you can actually buy, I got this one from Art Primo, I believe. It's pretty good. It is the Molotov cover saw. It's pretty cool. It's pretty unbuffable. I've seen this stuff. I do it and then I go back somewhere because I'm like, oh, it's probably got buffed. And this stuff really stays up. Like you'll still see like a bleed from this. And I would prefer this is 10 millimeter. I like the 10 millimeter one. It's pretty squishy. And you can buy these ones already filled with ink. I know they do sell, I believe, empty ones. It has a refill from the back, so that's pretty cool. And then our next one is the On the Run 160. Sorry, not the 060. I don't know why, but I got a lot of paint on my markers, like right there, like solidified paint. But let me get the one that I actually like. So this is the one. This one comes with pretty good ink, pretty unbuffable stuff. I believe they fill it with same thing, hard on the run, hard to buff ink. But this is pretty good. The 170, yes, it got ink on it, and it does say hard to buff. It also does say alcohol ink, so alcohol base, so pretty good. And now for a marker that if you want your tags to really look stand out, I would recommend the Uni PX30 or PX20. I have the PX20, but next time I go to a Graff shop, I'm going to get the PX30 because it has a more better tip. Because this is just a small bullet tip. I believe the PX30 has a chisel tip, so yeah. But the downside of these is they're really loud, so if you're running, you can hear the ball shaking. And now for solid sticks, I actually have two favorites. So let me get my other favorite one. So I have two of my favorite ones. I have this one. I have a Sakura Solid, which is pretty, you always see these. I do like this Sakura Solid. These are pretty nice. You know, it's gotten a little dirty from, writing on stuff, but yeah. This is an old one. I do have a new one, but yeah. But then I also do like split solid. It doesn't have to be this exact brand. It could be Art Primo brand. It could be Molotov brand. It could be any brand. But I kind of like this one. I used to have another color of one, but I lost it. But yeah, these are pretty nice because you're able, it's like a Sakura that you just move it on the side. So yes. Then for stickers, my favorite would be these ones. But here's the downside that I do not like. This is why they aren't really my favorite. So you see the marker's pretty good, right? Yes, it has a little nice chisel tip. The chisel tip is a pretty nice feature about this. but the downside about these is that they're super hard to peel. It's not like these ones where it has like these like built-in slits on them. No. It's this one where you really have to like dig your fingernail in to peel it off. And these things are like impossible if you're trying to like do something like a quick work, like trying to slap it up somewhere quick. This is not a good choice because of how inconvenient it is, because of how long it takes to take the protective part from the sticky part. Takes a long time to peel off. So in my experience, I don't really recommend it, but you might have a different experience, but that's my experience. Okay, so the next one I like is a Presto, sorry about that, but my dog was walking. Yep, you can see her over there. Oops. It is a, Presto Jumbo. It says Jumbo, but it's not really a Jumbo. Yes, I did draw a little smiley face on there. But I like this one because it writes on pretty rough surfaces, which is nice. And this thing doesn't really break super easily. And I know you can refill these. You just have to like kind of wiggle this off. But yes, I do recommend these. So if you're gonna start out, I would recommend one of these. So of course, doing like you can use anything for graffiti. Sorry, my dog. You can use almost anything for graffiti. Even a Sharpie like this would work. Oh my god. So good markers for beginners are pretty much any marker, even like a Sharpie like this. It doesn't have to be a Jumbo one, it can be any. It just kind of depends on how your style is. So if you have like a calligraphy style, you can use a Magnum because this is like the big nib. And then if you just want like a thicker line, you can use this like to add a drop shadow like kind of quickly. And then another pretty good one for if you're starting out is a Pentel White, so Pentel Shorty. This one is kind of a little bit dirty, but it is drying up a little bit, but it is a pretty good marker. It's pretty pocket sized, it's nice, and yes, it is pretty affordable. I'd say it was like $4, but yes. And then another one I would recommend is here, let me quickly find it, is like so this is like a basic kit, right? You have your, I would say a Sakura, like solid like this would be good because you can put it on rusty surfaces or really rough surfaces. That's pretty good. And then for mops, like I said earlier, I would recommend the cover saw Molotov 10mm. I would recommend. Now we're gonna do a buff test on these three markers. So the On The Run 170, the Molotov coverall, and the paint pen, the Uni Paint PX20. I have a surface here, and now we're going to be doing these reviews. Or, sorry, not review, but a buff test. First, the Uni Paint. Downside of these is it doesn't have a adapter on the back so you can put the cap. But anyways, we're just going to draw a line here. And we're going to wait for it to dry, and then we'll do the test. Okay, it is dry now. You can see, yes, there's a little silver on my finger from another one, but it is dry. So I have a paper towel here, and I'm going to scrub it. So I don't see any silver paint on the paper towel. You can check it if you want to see, but that's pretty resistant. It did wipe off a little bit, but I believe that's from my finger, so pretty good. Next is the On The Run 170. And the next is the cover saw dripstick. So the dripstick's gonna need a little bit longer to dry because of how juicy this marker is and drippy. Yes, when you squeeze it, it is a little more drippy, so we're gonna wait for it to dry and I'll be back. Okay, I believe the on the run is dry now. Yep, it is pretty dry. So we're gonna test it now. And hopefully I don't get any of the Molotov on here. But I'm gonna be kind of careful. Ooh! You got some ink coming off. And this is a pretty old marker, so if it doesn't stand up, I get it. The ink is old. I might have not let it dry for long enough, but I don't want to say that it's totally not working. I just think I didn't let it dry enough. So don't think that it's not unbuffable. Just it's that I think I didn't let it dry enough. So, but I have seen this stuff in action, and it is pretty unbuffable. So now we're gonna wait for the Molotov to dry. So it's still a little wet at the bottom, but we're just gonna do it at the top because the top is pretty dry. So let's try. There's a little bit of ink coming off. There you have it. So uni paint, this has gone over multiple times and it's still not removing. The on the run, I can still see it a little bit. But this isn't a black surface, so don't use black on black because you won't be able to really see it. Like silver or gold would work best. And this is still showing, so yeah, buff test. Okay guys, so if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, yes, please like and subscribe. Yeah, I know I said it already. Okay guys, so that was the buff test and the review. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I will try to post more shorts and more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!